All right, we want to get a better understanding of what's next in this case and what's at stake. And the chances that Wisconsin's abortion ban will indeed be struck down.
Here to provide some context in this case is UW-Madison professor Mike Wagner. Mike, thanks for taking the time to talk to us this morning.
My pleasure.
So this case is in circuit court in Dane County this morning. What has to happen for it to reach the state Supreme Court?
Well, first of all, the case would need to finish working its way through the circuit court. There would need to be a decision made, and then who was ever on the losing side of that would need to make an appeal. And so that could take quite a bit of time. And I suppose the most important element from a standpoint of those of us watching it would be that does it take long enough to get to the state Supreme Court for the newly elected state Supreme Court Justice Janet Protasiewicz to be on the bench or not?
So how strong do you think Call's case is, the Attorney General?
Well, he's got a couple of arguments he's making related to how laws that were passed after the original ban kind of usurp the old one, and saying that we should be using more recently passed laws. There's also a legal argument that might be made about how if a law is not used in a certain amount of time, it kind of becomes moot. And since there was a long period where abortion was legal in Wisconsin, they could make the argument that the law should have been effectively repealed during the period from the 1970s to last June. And so those are the arguments, and he'll have a more sympathetic court in August to make those arguments at the state Supreme Court if that's where this case goes.
What should our viewers be prepared for next?
Limbo and confusion, I think. If there's going to be the case in the circuit court, I think that the most likely outcome is that it would then go to the state Supreme Court. And so I don't think we'll have a resolution to this anytime soon.
Let's say the state Supreme Court does indeed strike it down. Is there still some gray area in the state, considering there have been laws passed since that 150-year-old ban?
Yeah, it would really depend upon the legal relief that folks would be asking the state Supreme Court for, and the decision that the state Supreme Court might make if they take the case. And so would they narrowly decide the case on the basis of the legality of the 1849 abortion ban, or would they make it a broader decision? And so that's really something that we can't know now.
All right, Professor Mike Wagner, thanks again for taking the time this morning. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.